We open with the Flash. And the source makes a point of saying, this is a guy who handles talking apes, time travel, galactic threats. Like, it's Tuesday.
That's his normal.
But this was different, overwhelming, even for him. Why was that?
Well, the first problem wasn't just a villain, it was the environment itself. It was designed, it seems, specifically to counter him. As he's racing towards Ironhide's prison, he hits this fog. It's described as heavy, unnatural, and toxic. The key thing is, it doesn't just block his view, it physically drags at him. It dulls his speed, his reflexes. It's specifically designed to take him out of the equation.
And when he finally punches through this crippling haze, what does he see?
This colossal silhouette over Iron Heights, a grotesque fusion of crab, squid, and nightmare. It's not just big, it's repulsive, unnatural, like something stitched together wrong.
Okay, so he's got this monster, and then there's the prison break itself.
Exactly. That's the Iron Heights encounter. Flash is fighting on two fronts. He's got escaped convicts pouring out using the chaos as cover, and he's literally struggling to breathe, fighting through this toxic smog. We see him tired, desperate, in a way we rarely do.
He can usually handle convicts in milliseconds.
Right, but the environment is choking him, slowing him down, and when Flash is slow, he's vulnerable. It's a really bad spot for him.
This is where the team dynamic kicks in, though. Even with everything else going on, Supergirl arrives.
Yeah, and her entrance is tactically brilliant. It shows that adaptation. She uses her cold breath to sweep away the fog. Like, she carves through the toxic smog, clears the air for Flash instantly. It gives him the breathing room, literally, and the visibility he needs to round up the convicts who are suddenly exposed.
That's smart. Very smart.
It really highlights that League synergy. Flash handles the ground chaos, Supergirl pivots straight to the Titan. And then Green Lantern shows up, constructs blazing. There's this brief moment, the source notes Lantern even cracks a rare smile, jokes about it not being a race.
Like, okay, we got this.
Exactly. For just a second, there's that confidence. They've contained the situation in Central City.
But it doesn't last, and this is where things get weird and dark. It shifts from a fight to something internal, right?
Completely. Supergirl's focus just vanishes.
Yeah.
She stops. She realizes she can't hear something, Kal-El's heartbeat. It's always been a beacon for her, a reminder of family, of Krypton, that she wasn't totally alone.
So hearing silence isn't just worrying.
It's confirmation, primal, physical.
Yeah.
The absence of that specific constant sound means only one thing to her. Superman's heart has stopped.
And her reaction.
Immediate, total system shock. That emotional anchor is gone. She just abandons the fight, declares the unthinkable out loud. His heart, it's stopped. She's gone. Streaking towards Metropolis. Doesn't wait for Lantern, doesn't explain.
Just leaves him there mid-fight.
Grief, terror, it overrides everything else. And that sets up the absolute nightmare unfolding in Metropolis and the scene she flies into. Metropolis is ground zero for Godzilla. The source describes him as just this engine of pure power. His roar is shattering buildings. His mouth glows with that radioactive green light. It's painting the streets in this terrifying glow. Absolute uncontainable force.
And Superman?
He's there, or what's left of him, broken, battered, just lying there prone, and crouched protectively next to him is Billy Batson, Shazam. It's a picture of total despair, Man of Steel defeated, and this young hero is the only thing between his body and more destruction, grim.
And this leads to another hero stepping up, right? Atom Smasher.
Yeah, Atom Smasher arrives, sees the situation, and just goes for it. Grows colossal, trying to match Godzilla's scale, starts pummeling him. It's raw power against raw power. A desperate move. But the source is really clear here. These Titans are on another level.
The fight doesn't go well.
It's brutal. Godzilla just whips his tail, smashes Atom Smasher off like a nuisance, and then Godzilla's jaws clamp down.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Atom Smasher is just motionless, gone. And that sound, that visual sends the message. To the other heroes, to us reading it, your strongest hitters, they might not be enough here. The rules are different.
So Atom Smasher falls. Superman's down. Hawkgirl is there too, isn't she?
And she's urging Shazam to get out. Like, this is hopeless. We need to retreat. But Billy refuses. And this is a really key moment for his character.
He won't leave Clark.
He won't. But it's more than that. He says he has to fix what he had caused.
Wait, caused? So this is his fault?
That's the heavy implication. The source really leans into his guilt here. Billy believes he's responsible for Atom Smasher's death. He sees it as his burden to fix.
That's a lot for a kid to carry.
Immense guilt. And it fuels him. He turns that despair into defiance, stares up at Godzilla,
And says the magic word.
shouts, "Shazam!" Lightning crashes down, hitting Godzilla square in the chest. It actually makes the monster recoil. It's not just an attack, it feels like penance. A desperate act driven by that guilt.
And Supergirl arrives right then.
Perfect timing. She's channeled her own shock into pure fury. She and Shazam hit Godzilla together, a combined strike to the jaw that actually staggers the beast. Shazam takes the lead then, tries to draw Godzilla away, a strategic retreat, trying to limit the damage to the city.
Smart, get him out of the populated area, but what about Superman?
Right, triage time. Hawkgirl and Supergirl check on him. He's bad. Hawkgirl, ever the pragmatist, thinks he's dead.
But Supergirl.
Supergirl refuses to accept it. She felt his heart stop, yes, but maybe it's not permanent. She clings to that hope. Orders Hawkgirl, take him to the fortress, now. Wait for me there. She's staying to fight.
So Superman's official status is unknown.
Agonizing limbo. Is he dead? Can he be saved?
Okay, so while Metropolis is dealing with, well, all of that, the Missra isn't safe either. The Amazons have their own visitor.
They do. Wonder Woman, Diana, and Donna Troy are facing another Titan. This one's described as a colossal mammoth-like beast. Diana confirms it one of the 4 Titans now rampaging across Earth.
How did the Amazons handle it? Different from Metropolis, I imagine.
Very different. It's less raw power, more ancient tactics, precision. They don't just fly in swinging, they use siege engines.
Siege engines, like catapults and things.
Think bigger. Ancient, massive war machines, probably designed for exactly this kind of mythical threat. And their plan is incredibly coordinated. And incredibly daring.
What do they do?
Don Troy ties her lasso, which, is basically unbreakable, to this huge spear bolt fired from one of the engines. Then she uses the momentum, lasso in hand, to launch herself and Diana onto the mammoth's back.
Okay, that's bold.
Incredibly bold.
Right.
And it works. The spear hits deep in the beast's neck, the lasso anchors them, and for the first time, this giant thing actually stumbles. Slows down. It's a win for strategy and teamwork, not just brute force.
But Diana doesn't stop there, does she? She has her empathy ability.
Right. She tries to connect with the beast, reach out with that compassion, that empathy, trying to soothe its rage, make it understand they aren't the enemy. She's trying to feel its core emotions, its intent.
Does it work?
For a second. The source says the fury visibly lessens, the beast calms, but it feels wrong, artificial. Diana senses it immediately. The rage isn't fading naturally, it's being redirected.
By what?
Exactly. That's the key discovery here. If it was just an angry monster, Diana's empathy should have held. But the fact that its fury shifts, gets pointed somewhere else, it implies control, an outside influence. The mammoth violently shakes them off and just starts lumbering away, not defeated, not retreating out of fear. Diana knows instantly instead of not running away, something is calling it, she says, and that's huge. It's the first solid proof these attacks are being summoned, coordinated from afar.
Okay, let's jump back to Central City, Iron Heights.
Captain Cold, Cheetah, and Black Manta just show up. They're looking for the Toyman.
Toyman, now in the middle of all this.
Right. It's almost darkly comic. Black Manta reveals he actually hired Deathstroke, yes, Deathstroke, to grab Toyman while the League is busy with, the end of the world.
So they see this global catastrophe as an opportunity.
The world might be ending, but they've got organizational goals to meet.
That's messed up. So what happens with Flash?
Well, Captain Cold sees Flash arguing with his sister Lisa and just blasts of him. No hesitation. Entombs Flash in this jagged block of absolute zero ice. Lantern sees it, screams out for his friend.
But Flash isn't going to stay iced for long, is he?
Not a chance. This is where he shows his mastery. He doesn't need help breaking out. He vibrates insanely fast inside the ice block itself, builds up kinetic energy until the whole thing just shatters, explodes outwards in a cloud of steam and ice shards. He's completely fine.
Okay. So now he's free. Does he go after the villains? They're right there.
He sees them fleeing, yeah, but he makes a choice. Priority 1 is his friend. Green Lantern is still tangled up with the monster. So Flash ignores the villains, focuses on the immediate threat, the Titan.
And this leads to the final takedown in Central City.
Exactly. It's this perfectly coordinated assault. Flash creates this focused cyclone, pure speed force. Green Lantern pours emerald energy into it. And Supergirl, she's back from Metropolis now, running on pure grief-fueled adrenaline. She adds searing heat vision.
That's the 3 of them together.
Overwhelming.
Yeah,
the combined power hits the crab squid monster, forces it back. It lets out this final bellow and then just retreats, slips back into the sea, just like the mammoth did in the Missra.
So Central City is safe for now?
The monster's gone, yeah. The immediate physical threat is over. But the victory feels hollow. There's this heavy silence. And then Supergirl has to deliver the news.
About Superman.
Yeah. She tells Flash and Green Lantern Superman has fallen, his condition is uncertain, maybe fatal. So that temporary win, completely overshadowed by this potentially permanent, devastating loss. The Man of Steel might actually be gone. All right, shifting locations again. We go to Skull Island, which is, already a place used to giant monsters.
Right, but this is different. We see Green Arrow there.
We do. And he is way out of his depth. The source paints this picture of him just scrambling for cover in the jungle. Titanic beasts, these new invaders are fighting each other. Winged things are in the sky. It's total chaos. And Kong is there too, fighting his own battles against these intruders.
So Green Arrow's just trying not to get stepped on, basically, calling for backup.
Desperately.
And backup arrives in the form of Supergirl.
Yep, car descends. Then her focus shifts to Kong, who starts moving towards her.
Okay, this sounds like it could go badly.
It really does. And it's all based on miscommunication. Kong approaches, and there's this flicker of recognition, this sense of ancient intelligence in his eyes. He reaches out his massive hand towards her.
To attack?
No, that's the tragedy. He moves to grab her gently. Not to strike, maybe curiosity.
But Supergirl doesn't see it that way.
Not at all. You have to remember what she's just been through. Seeing Superman broken, the uncertainty, the grief. She's running on trauma and adrenaline. She sees a giant monster hand reaching for her, and she reacts instinctively.
She hits it.
Punches him right in the face. Raw Kryptonian force. It's a total misread, driven by her state of mind. Kong staggers back, bellows, beats his chest, pure fury and indignation.
All right, let's shift to the brains of the operation. Gotham City. Batman's turf. What's happening there?
This is where the shift from reacting to analyzing happens. We've got Batman, Batwoman, and Cyborg together. They've actually managed to capture one of the Titans. It's sedated, restrained.
How did they manage that?
With tech. Specifically, a heart rate dampening device. It's not a permanent cage, more like a biological off switch. It's a huge clue. Meaning these things aren't just magical beasts or forces of nature, they're biological. They have systems that can be disrupted, controlled. It proves they can be analyzed, understood. It gives the science-minded heroes a starting point.
Okay, so they're studying this creature. What else are they figuring out?
They're putting the pieces together from the other location. Reports come in confirming what Diana suspected on Themyscira. The monsters in Metropolis, Central City, Themyscira, they all retreated at the same time. Synchronized.
Responding to something.
Exactly. Responding to a mysterious high-frequency beacon. And Cyborg, being Cyborg, manages to trace it.
Where to?
Southeast. The signal is coming from somewhere specific in the southeast. And that's it. The horrifying confirmation. This wasn't random. It wasn't independent attacks. It was a summoned invasion, directed by a central signal.
So the fight just changed completely. It's not about punching monsters anymore.
Right. Now it's about finding the summoner, hunting down whoever holds the controller for this monster army. It's a strategic game now.
But just as they get this huge tactical lead, things get heavy on the emotional front, don't they? Shazam shows up.
And he is crushed by guilt. He just comes out and says, this is my fault. And the news isn't good.
He tells them Superman is
dead.
Oh man, how does the team take that? Batwoman's there.
Batwoman reacts as you'd expect. Pragmatic, but human.
Yeah.
She says they have to tell Lois Lane immediately. It's the right thing to do. The ethical thing.
But Batman?
Batman refuses. Flat out. This is Batman, Mr. Logic, Mr. Evidence. Completely rejecting the facts. He dictates. Nobody tells Lois. Not until I see Clark myself. He won't accept it. We'll believe his friend, the symbol of hope, is actually gone until he lays eyes on him. It's denial, maybe desperate hope.
So they know there's a beacon. They know roughly where it is. And the source takes us right there, doesn't it? To the Chihuahuan Desert.
Far away from the city battles, under this bright, harsh sun, there's this steady beeping sound echoing in the canyons. This signal Cyborg traced.
And someone's approaching it.
One single figure. And it's Lex Luthor.
Okay, so the stakes just went up again.
Exponentially. Think about it. The chaos was coordinated. Now the means of coordination, the control mechanism, is about to fall into the hands of Superman's arch nemesis, the most brilliant, ruthless, egomaniacal human on the planet.
What is the source of the signal? What does he find?
He finds this massive orb, metallic, half buried in the desert sand, and it's pulsating with this rhythmic red light. It looks alien, ancient, powerful, and it's clearly the source of the summoning signal.
And Luthor's reaction?
Pure satisfaction. The source gives us his final words in this part of the story. He just looks at the orb and says, here you are.
Like he knew what he was looking for, or recognized it.
It implies exactly that. He wasn't just stumbling upon it, he was seeking it. And maybe he understands what it is. This isn't just a beacon. It's the master control for the Titan army. And Lex Luthor just found it, or maybe reclaimed it. Lex Luthor now seemingly has control over the summoning beacon. So the big questions are, what exactly is that orb? What kind of power source allows it to summon and control these colossal beings across the globe?
And maybe the most terrifying question, what is Lex Luthor going to do with an army of giants, especially now with the Man of Steel off the board, officially considered dead?
That's the nightmare scenario. A world vulnerable, its greatest protector gone, and its greatest villain potentially holding the reins of an unstoppable monster army. That's where the heroes stand now, facing this new, calculated threat while grappling with their own internal fractures.